Okay, we're on the east side of the structure. This is our electric meter. It's below grade. What are you? Not your backer bar, but it looks like you got a grounding rod that comes out this way for something. Yeah, and then we got a grounding rod here. It's not completely buried. This is some concrete. Coming up to this box in the ground. This box comes to this one within 6 feet. I'm having some difficulty and coming to terms that this is a second ground for this electrical system. Then these two cabinets are main cabinets, 200 amps each. All right. We have, by the way, we have surge protectors on them. That's a good thing, and that's fine. I'm not opening these cabinets because they belong to Generac. It's a swimming pool control box. I wouldn't open that either. And so I just left to look at one. The labeling is improper. Okay, that should be printed. That should not be handwritten. And then we've also got this is supposed to be a 25 amp fuse. This is underfused. AC number 1. And over here on AC number 2, that's supposed to be a 20 amp fuse, and it is. That one's fine. AC number 3 is supposed to be a 50 amp fuse, and that's underfused. So if you've got a system that's underfused, what does that mean? It means that the fuse will trip prematurely. The equipment is engineered, it's well within its tolerance. It's engineered, it's running fine. It's just at the top of its game. It hasn't overheated yet. It's still working. It's 104 degrees outside. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It has not overheated. But the breaker thinks that it did, so the breaker trips. It's a $150 service call for an HVAC guy to come out here and reset your breaker. And if he goes out here and resets it, it'd be nice if he notified you and said, the reason why I came out here is because that's underfused. It'd be nice if he said that. My client the other day didn't have a clue that it was overfused until he got an inspection. He says, the air conditioning guy was just out here. Why didn't he tell me? It's because he still wants to make $150 every time it trips. I guess. I don't know that's how they operate their business. It was just a thought. Okay, that was a funny haha. Alright, so we're moving on along. We're coming into the garage, and these are what a lot of people call our sub panels. These are our second panels. And we come into here and start looking for things. Handwriting. Okay. Sawdust and debris. Okay. Gap wider than 1/4 of an inch. See, this cover is supposed to fit on top of this box, but it can't because this box is inset. So it fits on this wall. And when it fits on the wall like that, then you've got a gap like this. And that's where the fire jumps through. This is supposed to contain a fire if it melts down. You know? Then we've gone in and we've installed this box with drywall screws. Not lag screws, not nails. Okay? But drywall screws. Drywall screws do not have the same shear strength that a lag screw or a nail would have. So if the structure was to experience a tornado, for example, you've already got a bad day. I get that. You've already got bad. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. But this box would stay, this cabinet would have a much better chance of staying in place next to some structure, so the first responders don't have to step over the Sparky box. This is all flipping around everywhere. So, I mean, it might make things a little better in an emergency. It'll take an emergency to find out, but if you have an emergency and it pops out like that, you know why it did. More sawdust, more poor labeling, more drywall all screws.